What's happening, guys? Scott from Hornet's Nest. Welcome back to episode 14 of Tutorial Tuesday. It's so good to see you, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you got some time to flight sim, and I hope you even got time to build a little bit on your cockpits. So what are we doing today? I'm going to be answering the most common message I got after releasing episode 13, where I unboxed the cockpit and I started the surface prep, and that was, how do I use the Open Hornet website? How do I download their files? It all seems too complicated. Well, in a simple episode, I'm going to show you that it's not a you problem, it's not an Open Hornet problem, it's a Github problem. Now, if you don't know what Github is, it's just a really big publicly available online repository for files. It's just a freely accessible Dropbox. It's where people dump their files, they create little forks and iterations of different projects, and it's a nightmare to navigate, especially if you don't go and use it all the time. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that and how to navigate their website so you can start downloading your files today and start building your cockpit. What we got to do, jump onto the computer and we've got to go open up a Google Chrome browser. We want to go and type in Open Hornet. That's all you want to type in, real simple. Look at that. There's even episode 13, unboxing the F-18 cockpit. I think that's very, very cool that it's popped up and it's a search result that YouTube thinks, hey, you might want to go watch this. So from where we started 5 months ago to now, I think that's very, very cool. But back to it, let's get back to the more important stuff. OpenHornet.com is the website you want, and it should be the first search result. You want to click into their website, and at the top menu ribbon, you want to click Start here. Then you want to scroll down to Research and Familiarize, and then you can have 4 panels. We've got the Open Hornet hardware build package is what's currently available, and then we've got Open Hornet software package, which is coming in beta 2. More on that later. And then we've got components and features and frequently asked questions. That's all you need to know about their website. What we want to do here is click the download link on the left-hand panel, which is the build package. Everything structural will be in this package. Once you click download, it's going to give you a window popping up saying, consider donating to the Open Hornet team. Can I suggest, just from a completely separate entity, if you are going to use these files and you're going to build the cockpit of your dreams, please have a think of saying thanks to Open Hornet, whether it be a message on the Discord with pictures of how it's improved your flight simming experience, or even a little donation that you can afford to say, hey, thanks for all the work you've put in. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. And please keep up the great work, because without Open Hornet, we don't really have a lot. So yeah, have a think about donating if you can, because the team there has put a ton of effort into this. And you just need to go on the Discord and see the product pictures of what everyone else is making, and it's just going to inspire you to want to start building today. So yeah, have a think about that. And then we're going to go download the hardware package, and then we're going to go into the GitHub. Alrighty, so before we get into this, we just want to take a quick break and let you know that if you've been watching videos like this, whether it be on my channel or someone else's channel, and you see us with all the equipment, I've got the multiple 3D printers, I've got the laser cutter, the vinyl cutter, the Wagner spray tent. I've got it all, but most of it is just because it makes the job easy. It is not a necessity to have all of it to get a cockpit built, because you can use companies like PCBWay to do some of that work for you. You don't want to go and buy yourself an expensive laser cutter or a 3D printer just to use it once. You may, after building this, never want to build anything in your life again. Now you just have a really expensive paperweight lying around your garage. So if you want 3D printing and laser cutting and CNC services done, go check out our friends at PCBWay, and you can go visit them at PCBWay.com. You're going to load up onto their website and you want to click CNC 3D printing, and in that tab you can go upload all your step files or your 3D files, select the type of printing service or the CNC service, the finish, the paint job, and I'm so excited to see that they even do heat insert installation. If you've done your own heat insert installation, you'll know how tedious of a job it is and how wonderful that is that they do it. So yeah, have a think about that. I would hate for you to watch this and give up on the dream of having a cockpit because it seems unaffordable to go and buy all this equipment. PCBWay has an incredible service and it's for a reasonable price with pretty good shipping. So yeah, have a think about that. I just didn't want you to watch this and give up on it because you're seeing all the equipment and thinking, damn it, I don't have any of that. So let's get back here. So now we loaded up here in the GitHub and we're ready to download the files. That link in the Open Hornet website from download now, it should take you to the current release, which is 0.2.0 Open Hornet takes flight. Now, if you're new to the Open Hornet world or you're reading a couple of forums, you may know of the term Beta 1. Beta 1 was where they were testing and prototyping all the physical aspects of the cockpit, the PCBs, the panels, the structure, and now they're happy with it. There's a couple of exceptions where they're in the README note saying, hey, we're still working on this. But version 0.2.0 is what is now known as the structure, and now beta 2 is in process, and that is going to eventually turn out to be version 0.3.0, and that's all the software packaging. What we're going to do is scroll all the way down. You'll see everybody that's being involved. Scroll, 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 and we're going to get to the very bottom where it says assets. We want to go and single click the asset that says Open Hornet v0.2.0 build package.zip. And it's there at 207 megabytes. It shouldn't take too long to download. And when it does, we're going to go open up File Explorer, and it's going to present in the download section as a zip package. To make it a little bit more manageable, we're going to left click to select it, right click to open up the menus, and we want to go and extract to Open Hornet build package. That's just going to create a folder with the package in it. We can then go and make our File Explorer a bit smaller, close Chrome, and then we're going to go and drag it into a temporary location on our desktop just so we can use it for today's episode. Opening up the Open Hornet build package, we can go see that we have a pretty neat folder structure here. The folders OH1 through to 5 are your main structural components. They are your left and right side consoles, the center tub, the seat, the upfront instrument panel. Then we've got modifications, electronics, tools and jigs that you might need to make it a little bit easier to build this. And then you've got your main level assembly files and documentation. You should have a read of. Now we want a component for the right side console, which is going to connect the ribs to the console sill. Now to do that, we're going to click into OH5 and we're going to see we have a new set of subfolders. Now all of these are sub-assemblies that make up the one section, right? So we've got the right console structure, and then we've got the hook levers, the AV cool switch, default panel, all that good stuff. The PDF that you see in this folder, or the PDF you see in each folder, has to do with that assembly. So we're looking at the overall right console folder, so this PDF must talk about how it all goes together. Let's go look at the right console structure folder, and then we want to go to manufacturing. And it's going to give us two file types. At the top here, I've got the 3D object file type, which is a .3mf. That's for your 3D printing. That's if you're going to send it to a slicer. For those that don't know what a slicer is, it is just a program that takes a 3D model and makes it into a lot of cross sections, and then you can print that. And then you've got this one that for some reason shows as a Microsoft Edge file, but it's a .svg file. It's your cutting files. It's what you would send to your laser cutter or your CNC machine if you have that at home, or what you would send to a CNC shop so they can nest it all. Now to easily identify which piece we need, we go back into its folder, which is we're in the right console structure folder, and we go and open up the drawing file. Now we want to go and scroll till we find the piece that we want. And it is this piece here where these brackets connect the ribs to the sill. That's the sill there, and they connect to those brackets. Now, if you go find the bubble, we want item number 20. Now, where do we find the legend for item number 20? It's on page 1 of every assembly file, and then we can scroll here and have a look at item number 20, console sill bracket A-R. We want Open Hornet -29. So we can go close that, manufacturing, and we're going to find it here, Open Hornet -29, console sill bracket AR. And that's what we're going to take into our slicer, and we're going to look at that next episode, where it's all about 3D printing, how to get that good bed adhesion, and how to prime and surface prep those components so we can spray them all at once. So yeah, that's about it for the downloading part of the tutorial. If you do need any help after this, always feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook, or write a comment on one of the videos in YouTube. I always like to respond to everyone because helping the community is what we do. But I also suggest go have a look at the Open Hornet Discord. Links in the description below for that, because that Discord is filled with so many amazing people with an incredible willingness to share their experiences, their mistakes, and their successes. So go check out the Discord, links in the description below. Really lovely people and incredible wealth of knowledge. Now that's about it for today. Quick episode to show you how to download the files. Next episode, we're going to the 3D printing, surface prep and priming. And then episode 16 is where we build the side consoles and paint them that really cool aircraft interior green. So go enjoy your flight simming, enjoy your week ahead. As always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.